everyone, and welcome to Jack and Cat Adventures. Today I'm going to show you how to do a London broil on the grill. Now what I did was I bought a London broil and I took it out of its packaging and I poked it with a fork on the top and bottom. I put it in a Ziploc bag and I just poured a cheap Italian dressing over it. You can use any kind of dressing you like. I go with Italian because pretty much everyone likes Italian. And then what I do is I put it in the plastic bag, I get all the air out, I seal it, and then put it in another plastic bag, get all the air out, and seal it. And this way it won't leak in your refrigerator. And when you go in your refrigerator, always flip it. Keep flipping it so that the dressing gets into the meat, okay? And then you're going to let that sit overnight in the refrigerator for at least 24 hours. And then about a half hour before we're going to put it on the grill, I took it out of the refrigerator to get a little bit more room temperature so that the internal temperature isn't so cold as the outside's getting done quick. So you really want your meat to get room temperature. What I normally do is I do mushrooms in a pan, but today it's really hot. I don't want to heat up my kitchen, so I decided just to make like shish kebab, vegetable shish kebabs. So what I'm going to do is I took a really sweet onion, make sure it's not the yellow onion, get a sweet onion or a red onion, and what you're going to do is you're going to cut it, and then just cut it however big you want it, and we're just going to thread it on to this. I also cut one pepper. People in my house don't really like pepper, so I only did one, just so it gives some flavor to the veggies. And then I did a mushroom. You can do anything you want on these. And it will taste delicious coming off the grill. It's so good. The vegetables get that charred brown on the edges and it tastes marvelous. And this London broil will probably take less than 10 minutes to cook on the grill. It's a really quick grill meat. And you don't want the meat overdone. You want it medium rare or it will not taste good for you. It'll be tough. I mean, if you want it well, okay, go ahead and do it. I'm just saying it won't taste as good as it being medium to medium rare. Alright, so I'm going to continue doing this, and in the meantime, while you're watching me, press the subscribe button down below, please. We need our subscribers up so that we can keep our channel, and I would hope that anyone watching this will subscribe just to help us out. Alright, now that I have all these done, I'm just going to let them sit until I'm ready to put them on the grill. At this point, if you want flavoring on them, you can put a basting sauce on them. You can sprinkle salt and pepper. Just don't over season because your meat's going to have a lot of flavor, and I don't want the two flavorings to intertwine and not be good. In the meantime, we're going to wash up some potatoes, and I'll show you what we're going to do with those next. Alright, so now we're moving on to our potatoes, and I washed and dried my potatoes. And my potatoes are kind of small, so I'm figuring maybe 3 per person. If they're bigger, 2 per person, but that's all up to you and how much you guys eat. So what we're going to do is we're just going to cut these into chunks, like so. Now you can use any potato you'd like. I do like using the red potatoes, the small reds for this. But I had these at home, so I'm just going to use them. Now, if you wanted to make beef shish kebabs, instead of just putting all of the vegetables on the skewer, you would take maybe like a sirloin tip roast, cut it into chunks. You're going to marinate it overnight in your salad dressing, and then the next day you're just going to put that meat on your shish kebab sticks with your vegetables and put them on the grill, and you have a whole meal. So you can do that too. With London broil, you really can't do them as a shish kebab because the meat is a little tough, and you need to, if it gets too overdone, the meat is really tough. If it's done right, it's not tough. But your your vegetables that are on the skewers with your meat take a little bit longer than the meat. So you want a meat that will be good, still cooked a little bit over. I really hope that you guys make some of these recipes, and please comment below if you do, because I will answer you, and we'll get to talking and see. I'd like to get some feedback on people on what they're looking to make. You can leave that in my comments below, and if we make your recipe, I will send you a pin and a sticker. So please comment below, and if I make your meal, we'll send you some surprises, okay? And that'll give me a chance to try other people's dinners that I may not be familiar with. I do a lot of the older cooking, and you know, I like to maybe try some gluten-free, things like that. I'm not gluten-free, but I would like to help somebody that is. I don't know much about it, but we can learn together. And you know, it's really nice to have maybe an old recipe from your mom or dad, and if you put a note with it, what it means to you and stuff, I will add that to the recipe, okay? So I like give me your background, tell me what your family's like. You know, I do a lot of older meals because that's what I grew up on, and they're really high in fat, and they have a lot of gravies and things like that. But that's all our parents knew back then. You know, times have changed. So now I'm done with cutting my potatoes. What I'm going to do is, I got this garlic basil basting sauce at Giant Eagle. It's Giant Eagle brand. And I'm just going to pour it over the potatoes. Now, you don't have to do this. You can use olive oil. Just put olive oil, salt, and pepper. Put them on your tray. I'm just doing this for a little bit of added flavor. Don't do much. Just make sure all the potatoes get covered. Alright, I'm just going to do a very little salt, because I don't know how much salt is in that. And I'm going to do some pepper. Alright, now I'm just going to stir this up and see if I have enough on here. Oh my god, this smells so good. I do like Wegmans basting sauce too. I love theirs, but we're not anywhere near a Wegmans. It's pretty far right, so we'll do that as an adventure somewhere sometime. Field trip. Alright, so now I'm just going to put this in my oven on 400 degrees, and just until they're fork tender and they're really crispy brown. Okay, now that the potatoes are in the oven, make sure you subscribe down here, please subscribe. We really need our subscriptions up to keep us on YouTube, so please like us, share us, comment. Alright, so these have been in the oven for about 20 minutes, so I'm just going to stir them around.
They smell wonderful.
They are feeling a lot like fork tender to me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to watch them really closely at this point, and I just want some of these to crispen up a little bit more, and then I'm going to pull them, and I'll let you know the total time mine took. Alright, so here's our finished potatoes. They took about 40 minutes. 20 minutes in, I flipped them with the flipper, and then I put them back in the oven, and it took another about 20 minutes. So keep an eye on them, but you'd like them nice and light brown like this. They'll be really crispy, and they should be fork tender. Alright, I'm starting my grill on high, and I'm going to close it, and I want to get all the stuff that I had on there before burnt off. So we're going to let this heat up for about 10 to 15 minutes, and then we're going to clean the grill, and then we'll start cooking. Alright, now that this is burnt off enough, I'm going to take my wire brush and I'm going to clean all of this off of the grill. always want to start with a clean grill. Okay, so I'm turning this down to medium right now because I'm going to do my vegetables. But what I want to do so they don't stick is I want to take a paper towel, put some olive oil on it, like so. Alright, and then take this and just rub it on really quickly. This will help everything from not sticking to what. I'll just do a little bit up here because I will move these up once they're almost done. Okay. So now what you're going to do is you're just going to lay your vegetables. I'm actually doing mine first because I want them a little bit soft, and it'll take a lot longer for these to cook than it will the meat. Okay. Now I'm just going to close this, and I'm going to keep an eye on it, and I'm just going to keep turning it every couple of minutes until they get to the desired tenderness. I'm starting to turn these, and as you can see, there's just a light black on this. That's what you want on all the sides. Sometimes they're a little hard to roll, but do the best you can. These look good. You just want all of the vegetables to soften up. You don't want them burnt, you just want them soft. Okay, leave those for another couple minutes and then I'll turn them again. Alright, so our vegetables are done, and I just put them up top to continue cooking while I cook my roast. I have my grill on high now, and you're going to put your roast on it, your London broil, throw it on, close it, and set a timer for 3 minutes. Alright, so that's 3 minutes, and now all I'm going to do is turn it on the other side. And cook it for 3 more minutes. Alright, so my other 3 minutes is up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this London broil on foil, and then we're going to wrap it really tight and let it sit for 10 minutes. This is to get the juices back into your meat, and the meat will be really juicy. Now I wanted to tell you, if your London broil is a little bit thicker than mine, mine's about an inch and a half. If it's thicker, add on a minute to each side, because I think that that would give you the perfect medium rare. Now my vegetables are done, I'm taking them off, and that's it. We're ready to eat. Alright, so I let my roast sit in the tin foil for 10 minutes. And now I'm going to cut it. I'm going to show you how nice this looks inside. This is exactly what you're looking for. Now if you don't like it this rare, I would do a minute to a minute and a half on each side. But do not overcook it. Alright. Please like, share, and comment. And remember, subscribe. Please subscribe. We need to get our subscribers up. Please, please, please subscribe. And remember, you do you.